basically the front 2 rooms in our house got completely flooded, like 3 inches. And our whole neighborhood is destroyed. Like a tree fell on our lanai. It was really bad. I work at Pelican Alley and it's a seafood restaurant on the water, and half the building is over the water, and it just got completely destroyed. So I have to look for a new job now, which kind of sucks. I feel like the only thing to like cope with the now is to do as much things in the future as I can to make future me like completely stress-free, which is not something I normally do. I'm not normally an overachiever, but like this week I'm like, what do I do with my free time? I guess I'm gonna like completely get rid of all the stresses in my future.
We lost power and Wi-Fi, of course, and the power just went on and off a few days after that. But it was mostly just helping out the neighbors and just fixing up the neighborhood and stuff.
And that was kind of the worst 2 days of my life, I'm not gonna lie to you. What I lost was our back fence, but I didn't expect for it to hold up this pretty old. So.
Fame-wise, I think it's definitely been hard to like get everyone together again, but now everyone's starting to like come back to rehearsals. But for a few days, a lot of people were missing, and like we couldn't contact them, so it was definitely difficult in that situation. But
I think we've been handling it pretty well. Honestly, we had like a few scares here and there with like power surges and all that, but that still hasn't stopped us from doing rehearsals, like getting better every single day. We've been putting in extra work so we can at least get caught up for the days that we lost, but we're doing pretty well.
The time off from school was very much needed. So we, as far as I know, we're very fortunate. A lot of our kids who are here didn't sustain damage to their homes that has affected them being able to show up. That we know of. Obviously, we're giving all sorts of resources and time to the people who are affected. But for those people who can show up and have been showing up, we've still been working. We got power back in the theater, I think 2 days after the hurricane. So we got people back in as soon as we could and working.
I think we're gonna come back stronger than ever.
I think that we definitely fell low behind in choreography review. I think we forgot everything. We forgot everything during like that time, and it wasn't really our fault.
So I'm used to teaching elementary schoolers, and I don't know, it's the same. I know different ways to make sure people get on the same page, even though some people think it's like meticulous and hate it. It's so distracting. I love reviewing it once we all know our choreography, because I love things being clean and like put together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right now I'm thinking about how badly I need to go to the bathroom. Thinking about how I'm supposed to fix one of the longest songs in the show in 20 minutes. If Junior Festival gets cut from the show.
Not yet.
I think we forgot everything. We forgot everything during like that time. It wasn't really our fault.
I think we all can like collectively stop complaining about this song. There's just like maybe a handful of 8 counts that we just genuinely don't know. So go to your spots right after we do the slide and the salsa for the like clap, stomp, clap, stomp, clap, stomp, clap, clap. We go step, clap, step, clap, step, clap, clap. We're gonna do it super slow again. We're not gonna start speeding it up yet. So that sounds a lot better.
I think that the kids did an incredible job, and I think our choreographer Rachel did an incredible job making sure that they completed everything that they needed to complete in a really condensed amount of time. We had a deadline. She had to fly back to New York on Sunday. So they had to squeeze it all in and just make it happen.
Arms, I don't want you to ever mark the arm, because how you practice is how you're going to perform. But if I have one person who's here in front of me and they're going full out, and I have one person who's behind me who's marking it, but when they go full out, they do it. That messes us up because we take time and pause because it looks sloppy. So much better.
Ironically, I don't know if I'm like the only one in the cast who thinks this, but I feel like the more that I do it, not only is it more fun for me since I just like doing choreography in the show, but it also makes me feel more prepared for this.
Get some Chinese food. Singing in the rain. Yeah, Gene Kelly, that's what I'm thinking of. Are you ready? Singing in the sunshine. Here at this facility, pretty much I built it. Everything that's technical, whether it's props, staging, sound, lighting, I make sure all of it is put together and working. I do almost all the sound. Ethan does almost all the lighting. Broadway style sound is completely different than music or band music, which is where I came from. I came from the world of bands. I had never done a Broadway type show in my life until I was asked to do a show for the players, and it's just it's a lot of movement, a lot of dexterity, back and forth, back and forth. What's different about Fame is it's a wide open show, so we don't have everything has very minimalist, but has to mean something. So whether it's the desks on wheels, the ballet bars that we made from steel pipe. And the projections, that kind of thing. You want whatever you see on stage to have an impact, because otherwise you have a brick facade that portrays, any school in America.
I love doing costumes. Typically I have to order everybody's costume, like every single piece of it. But luckily a lot of our kids are starting to dress like 80s style again, which I love. So a lot of people are bringing their own costumes, but the part that I loved was that a lot of the dance majors, we had to order our leotards. So we got to order, like one of them says like, let's get physical, like Olivia Newton-John, lots of hot pink and leg warmers, and like it's so cool. Like researching my Pinterest board, like it's so aesthetic, I love it.
Look, Owen, we gotta find our costume pieces. I don't know how the hell we're gonna do it. It's cool. See if I've been skinny. This is perfect. Hold on, let me get into it. Giving Tyrone grandma. Oh my god. Cut.
He's gonna come back on Monday, and if he sees this, that's not gonna be good. If Krista and I are freaking out, you guys know Jacob, you think he's gonna be okay?
So he was in the hospital. He's coming home, like right now as we speak, he is all good. He had always planned to go there for surgery. It got more complicated, but everything turned out fine. A little thing happened and then they couldn't do it, so they did something different instead of that, and it just takes longer for him to heal and stuff. But like, he's all good, he's healthy.
That is a man who has sacrificed so much for every single person in this building. You owe it to him, you also owe it to yourselves. Krista said you guys made this commitment. I understand everyone has their own stuff going on in your lives right now, Life is crazy. Too bad. It doesn't get any easier. And you don't get to use things to make excuses for why you're not prepared for something that you signed up for. Talking on stage in the middle of a song, giving people lines when have I ever seen that happen? Do not give it to them, because then they're not gonna learn.
As they, not just in theater, if they choose to go to do this in college or on a professional level, but just like in theater or in life, as they start to get older, they are now going to start to be treated like adults, and they have to start being responsible for a little bit more than we would expect of a younger teenager or of a preteen or of someone in an elementary school program. We make sure that they know that they are responsible for certain things, and if those certain things don't get brought in or done or taken care of, natural consequences on them. So
I know Jacob has the biggest shoes to fill. No one can fill his shoes, I'm telling you that right now. The pressure that they've been going through is insane. I think that they're doing so well for this first time, like being directing a Rise Above. And I'm just like, I'm really proud of them. They're like my music moms, but now I'm like seeing them do this. I know they're about to do Little Woman too, but I think that they're doing really good.
I think that they're definitely stressed.
That you're gonna show up on Monday having practice what you need to work on, because all of you have things you need to work on.
They do a really good job at managing everything and making sure that everything's kind of like in place. But I can tell that they're really stressed out, and I think it's just because they want it to be so good for Jacob because of everything.
They've done an amazing job. They've had so much like stress and pressure on them to get the show together, and they've like done an insane job. They've offered to come early and stay late and work with us if we need any extra help.
Of course it is stressful because obviously they've had less experience than Jacob has because they've been doing this for a long time. But since there's two of them, it makes the job a little easier. They can collaborate and they can decide together on decisions.
Not to mention we don't have school tomorrow.
Oh, even better.
What are your guys' thoughts on this Stumble Thing?
Terrific. It was definitely a stumble.
I think we need a lot of work. I think the show's coming along. I mean, it was a stumble through. We're gonna need some work so we can get it to be a run through.
Okay, this week has been so stressful. Yep. Like I love, all we love here. This show is driving me insane.
Yeah.
Like everyone was on edge, and like, oh my god, the stakes are high. Yeah. They're skyrocketing.
Can't wait, no school tomorrow.
Acting is the hardest profession in the world, guys.
Yeah, but I think it's getting better every time. It's definitely.
But I think we'll get it together, and I think we'll put on a great show when the time comes.
You picture a stumble through a Rise Above, you picture, there's a lot of stuff that we need to work on, and it's like, it's really messy, it's trying to get through. But this show, it actually went pretty well in my eyes.
I feel like we're pretty on the road, pretty on the way there.
Yes, come see Fame!
Come see Fame.
Come see Fame, guys. It's gonna be great.
Come see Fame, please. We need it.
dude, come see Fame.
I love each and every one of you guys here at Rise Above. I just want you to know that you guys are like my second family, and Addison too. I love you too, Addison.